right, so looks like the lobby leader's going to leave it at Kentucky. This is going to be a challenge, guys. Oh, he pauses it. Kentucky, I'm going to admit, this is not a racetrack I'm not going to say too fond of. I like it. It's just a challenge, and you guys are going to see the way that they made Kentucky in this game. It's almost like someone on crack. Like, honestly. You'll see. It's weird. The way that the way the elevation changes coming out of turn 2 makes no sense. And it basically makes it so, like, on any track, basically, you'll have a couple of lanes, like any of these 1.5 mile tracks. You'll have a couple of lanes coming out of turn 2. The way that they freaking built Kentucky, you have so much room coming off turn 4. You're going to see. But for some reason, coming out of turn 2, it's so tight, man. It's ridiculous. Like, because if you go too low, you're going to hit this little, like, elevation change thing off of 2. Just keep an eye out for it. I'll talk about it. You do this little elevation change, whatever. But then it's like, if you hit it just right, you're okay. If you don't hit it, then the car will just snap loose and get you into the wall. So coming out of 2, I'm telling you, there's no racing groove to you. If you don't figure it out through turn 1 and one person is coming out, bro, someone's getting fucked off of 2. That's just all I'm saying. So we're gonna do this 35 laps at Kentucky. We got 3 stages, 2 times tire wear. So the first 2 stages, I'm not really gonna hold back because we're really just trying to maintain track position, if not gain some. There's not much to gain. There's only 2 positions, so we're just gonna try to keep it in the top 5. If not, maybe get a win in the stage. So let's see what we can do here. All right, so green flag officially out here at Kentucky. As you can see, I'm not too happy to be at this racetrack, but I guess I gotta, I can't be afraid of racetracks. But look, this guy gets already squirrely. I hit the elevation change. That's the elevation change right there, and I'm already a little bit loose. This guy's loose, not even doing anything, so kind of forces us back. This guy hits the wall, and we're all in the wall here already in the first lap of stage 1, and you can see my face. That exit of turn 2, that guy got so loose off of it that he hits the wall, and basically, oh shit! All right, I gotta freaking drive. Yeah, so you gotta focus to drive, but it basically that's that. I don't know why it look at the guy on the inside right there. He's right on the edge of that elevation. If he would have touched that, he would have spun out. So very weird. So basically, we're now back to 5th. We started, I believe, 3rd, and we actually didn't mean to like hit him like that, and he ends up hitting the wall. So that was my fault. That was just a mistake, another mistake, and these mistakes starting to compound, as you could see. Are only 2 laps in, but we're probably about 3 seconds behind first place. So for the rest of stage 1, what my mindset here is obviously we want to keep the top 6. I always say we want to stay in the stage 1. We got to stay in the top 6. If we're behind 6th place, we got to get to at least 6th place. And this guy kind of ruins my ability to try and find the rhythm. So I'm kind of getting tilted already, but here's what I'm going to do over these next 6 laps as we end the stage. Yes, I'm going to try to gain spots, but I'm really searching here. So watch how I'm going to come in kind of in the middle, see if I can make this middle work. And I kind of fall out of the groove here, and I don't really get a good exit, and somehow I end up towards the bottom, and then somehow I end up loose towards the end of the corner. So it's really hard to figure out, guys. And that first place guy is smoking us, by the way. So I actually get a decent run into turn 4, but I'm so tight coming out that I'm not even though I got a great run into 4, I'm not making any headway like I'm used to. So I really just have to start changing my strategy. So I come up a little bit closer to the wall and bring it a little more in, see if I can just hold it. But my car gets tight, and then somehow my car catches grip towards the end, and now I'm loose coming off the corner. It's just a handful. So I'm getting a little bit better. My rhythm's getting a little bit better. I enter way too early into turns 3 and 4, so I kind of have a really bad exit off of 4, but I'm able to get somewhat better than them because they're battling. But now I got their draft, so that's going to really help us, guys. So we got 4 to go in this stage, and it's kind of looking good, but it's looking good only to the extent of being in competition with these 3 guys. I don't go for fucking second. I go for first. I go for first, and I try to win every race, and if I'm not the fastest, it pisses me off.
So we dive it into turns 4, and we actually are starting to find our rhythm just a little bit, guys. And we're actually, whereas those guys were kind of pulling away, now we're starting to find our way around Kentucky Speedway. And this is a good thing. So now we got a guy on our inside. How do we make it work? We're going to take this kind of like, not try to fall right into this white stuff, but try to just keep it right painted on that groove. And now we got to straighten out our wheel because we don't want to get loose coming off of the corner. It's really tricky. If you kind of keep that wheel turned, your car will just wreck and you'll hit the wall. So now a little bit deeper into turn 4, I find that there's a little bit more space, but look how my car kind of dances. And that's enough to make me, look how much time we've lost to 3rd and 2nd. I mean, we are just absolutely struggling here, guys. So they are kind of exiting a little higher, I notice, and I'm exiting lower, but my car pushes to the outside, and I'm forced to now push it down. Look at my body language. Look at my facial reactions to what's going on as we approach turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time in this stage. But we sail it back in, and we're trying to find that line. We step over the line yet again, and now first place is gone. That's not even a conversation.
All right, guys, I'm going to interrupt for a second. Looks like we're probably going to be able to bring it home 4th for stage 1.
Right, so then terrorism kind of occurs. We hit this guy, and now we're like pretty much dead, but everyone else is dead too. So we end up getting to 2nd place.
All right, looks like somehow we're going to eke out 2nd if this guy in front doesn't decide to wreck us. The car is terrible. I can't even get it to turn through this corner. As you guys see, I'm shaking my head. Look, I'm full. My steering wheel is full and it doesn't turn. So, oh shit! No, I did not. No, I did not. No, I did not. Oh my!
And I ended up totally fucking myself over at the end of the stage. We had a good shot to maybe start in 2nd and have something for that leader. But as I was talking about the car, and I crashed this guy.
Oh,
the car was so loose.
Fuck. What a stupid end to the fucking stage. I hate this track. But, alright, so that's going to be a challenge. The car is terrible. It is terrible. So I'm going to do a huge adjustment and go, I'm going 5 ticks looser, guys. This might destroy my tires, but I really don't care. I need something. So I'm going to take a big swing at it. We only have 2 opportunities. So if this ends up helping, then great. If it hurts, I mean, it can't hurt that bad. So we're going to try and see what we can do. Take a big stab at it. See if we can get the car to work a little bit more. It was terrible. I couldn't turn it. The car would not turn. So we'll see what happens. I might have gone too loose, but hey, I'm in 9th. What are we starting here? Starting in 9th. We got to try something, guys. Like, if that guy in first is gapping me like that, there's no way we're going to win.
So to kind of regroup, I figured that it would be impossible. It might be a good way to get 2nd, but if we can't get that car to turn, guys, it's impossible. So start of stage 2 here. We should have been 2nd place, but now we got to use up our tires yet again and try to make it to the front. So actually a good start to the stage. Now in 5th, we gained 4 spots right there. This guy's lagging just a bit, but we already somehow made it from 9th to now basically 5th, and now
I can tell this guy stayed tight.
And now we can, maybe get our way up to 4th.
Lagging like a
right, so the guy's lagging super hard. We just got to survive this because sometimes in this game, if you're lagging, you could just kill the guy next to you.
So I'm able to kind of rip the top a little bit with this adjustment.
Right, so you could see actually coming out of the corner, that car is handling a little bit looser, and that's what we want.
Everyone's struggling, except the guy in first. What did he do? Is he just like full tight? There's no way. No, my car actually turns now. Oh my god, but I am loose. Like, I might lose it. The guy in first, what is he doing?
So I pretty much feel like the guy in first is on some sort of steroids, but we're all on the same setups.
I swear I'm faster than him. He's got to let me by.
So when I say we're on the same setups, it doesn't mean that everyone has a completely identical car. It just means that we weren't able to upload our customized setups. We're just using the game's presets. So it goes basically from tighter to looser. And then I just made a couple adjustments with my car. I actually made the car looser.
Beep, beep, coming through. Come on, I got to run. Can I cover him off here? Clear?
All right, so now we're kind of in 2nd and trying to make a groove work.
If I can just rip this groove, maybe I'll be able to catch the leader just a tad. 2.3 up. This guy's fast.
So if you ever get in a spot like this where you cannot figure out what to do and you got a guy that's faster than you, do your best to copy him.
He's ripping the middle on 3 and 4. I'm going to try that.
You could see I'm like trying to study him.
Yeah, he's fast. I'm going full out. I'm not catching him.
So it's good to know that even when you're struggling, like, I'm going full out, and it's not that I'm losing that much time. As you could see, I kind of missed the corner here. I was like basically parked at 2.3 seconds behind him, which is actually pretty good. So that's decent. At least like you're not losing that much, but we're definitely not as fast, and we're not consistent whatsoever. So I'm kind of seeing this guy, and at this point, I realize we got one more stage.
So I found something on that.
So right there, I did try to copy his line through 3 and 4. He's not ripping like a normal line. Watch how he enters the corner, and he just sails it in through the center. I can't right now get my car to do that, and I'm struggling to figure out why.
Wow, we are slow. We are slow. We are slow.
I am not used to like going full out and being anywhere below first place or second place in this game or in real life.
He is slow through the corner though.
So this guy in second place, he's kind of taking advantage of our weakness, and I mean, you could see I'm like trying whatever I could find. So I'm gonna see if I can make this groove. I'm really still trying. I kind of found something, but then I go like way low, and it's just crazy. Like if you're not absolutely perfect, this track is an absolute nightmare. So I'm watching that guy up ahead, and I'm trying to copy his groove through the middle, which doesn't really make geometrical sense on one of these turns, but I kind of feel like it's working just a bit, and we're not losing that much time. We're only 3 seconds behind as we got 3 laps to go in this stage. So what can we do to maybe figure out this groove? We actually start to hit on something, because right here we don't exit as low as we did the other times, but the car's still pulling down, and that's really, really a negative thing. We don't want it to pull down at the end, because the more you're turning that car, the less of a run you'll have on the straightaway, and the less of a run you have on the straightaway, the slower you'll be, and you'll just lose time. So, just hard.
Yo, I'm trying as hard as I can. And this guy's gapping me at first.
So if you look at that gap now, yes, there was a couple mistakes we made, but he's already 3.3, 3.4 seconds ahead. Luckily, we have stage 3.
Seconds gapping me. Not used to that.
So we still have stage 3 to go. We also still have another lap in this stage to hopefully figure out something. We try another lower line here on turns 3 and 4, and actually that's kind of working out a bit, but I'm not sure because I can't really see the leader anymore if that's going to help.
I'm literally trying as hard as I can, and finally, first lap, he didn't lose me.
Right, so we actually start to hit on something maybe because we're not losing so much time.
I mean, I'm just ripping it.
Right, so now the car doesn't pull down as much as it might have before, and we actually get lucky, and now we're put into a very lucky second position.
Alright, so I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we finished second in the stage. No way I can crash again, right? No. Alright, so second in the stage. Let me tell you, it's not an encouraging second. It's not. Because this guy in first, he has found something, and I am trying hard to replicate it, but I'm having trouble. I can barely hang on to the car because I'm ripping it so damn hard, but I feel like my only shot at it is to go a little looser. Even though I'm so loose, I just got to drive a little bit, maybe a little bit softer, but go loose. I don't know what else to do. I have nothing else left for this guy. I really don't. Let's see. We got 15 laps, so we're going to have to save a little tire. Now, loose. I'm going to go 1 tick looser, man. And just try to hang with him. I'm going to have to drive my ass off. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't. I'm going to be so super honest. I have not a clue. I mean, my guess is as good as yours, guys. I'm super trying. There's no setups. This guy's just driving better, and he's driving a lot better. Sometimes this happens. Now, on most tracks, I wouldn't say this happens to me. On this one, I knew I was at a disadvantage, and I guess second place is pretty good considering there's a disadvantage. So you just got to try to see what you can do. Now, maybe this is good because we have this guy who didn't pit, or maybe took 2 tires. Maybe I can he got a lead.
Got one peeking outside.
Oh, I messed up the shift.
All right, so already we're going to get up on the inside of this guy in second, and we just do a good job. That's a perfect job. And that guy only took 2 tires, so that's probably going to be the reason why he wasn't able to make that corner. But look at the guy in first. He himself, the expert at this track, hits the wall, but able to do a nice recovery into turn 3 and keep that second spot. Now he's under threat for second, but somehow he just gets a better exit. I'm not quite sure how he's doing this, but now I'm in a spot where, to be honest, I don't really feel like I deserve the lead, and that's a horrible feeling because you know you're in the lead and someone's coming for it. But I get I'm putting it on this top groove, and it's just not working out, and the car just goes in a little too much for my liking towards the end. And now we're coming to 10 laps to go, and even though I have the lead, I mean, this guy's basically sniffing my bumper, which is just a terrible, terrible position to be in, because now this guy has all the leverage. Like, you have basically, at this point, psychological leverage over the guy, because if you know that you're that much faster, you can goad me into mistakes like that and goad me into wasting my tires. So he ends up doing that, and he ends up using some of, I guess I would say, my tricks against me. He pulls the Uno reverse card. So we go in, and he kind of crowds us out of this corner. We don't get a good corner. Now back to third.
God, I don't understand. Is he tight? How does he get that grip? I have no idea.
So I'm just searching as much as I can. Now back in third place. And, I'm thinking maybe I could kind of stay in the conversation as a slight lag here.
Dude, he's ripping the inside and doing that?
And I'm just trying to figure out, how is this even working? But this is actually a good opportunity for us to learn because we're so close. Now, he is lagging a bit, so we can't see exactly what he's doing, but I could see now he's kind of taking a late apex and just letting it run off that center of the corner, the late apex, and somehow kind of getting a good run. But now I kind of feel like maybe if I can do something here, that I can kind of stay with him with this draft. If maybe that second place car can kind of help us out and kind of also be chasing him and kind of making him a little bit nervous. But now watch what happens here with this guy. Lap car absolutely ruins our race, and that's just going to be a disgusting way for us to be thrown out of contention here at Kentucky Speedway. So with that being said, I'm just going to kind of fast forward the rest of the race, and I'll kind of tell you what happened at the end. All right, so as we fast forward, I was down in 7th, and then this guy that wrecked us kind of wrecks the field. We're up to 4th, and now kind of up to 3rd in a way, and now challenging for 2nd. We kind of wreck out there, but we'll catch up right here on that last lap. And this guy is basically has a good run, but he goes way too deep into the corner, and we execute a beautiful crossover move. At least it was a good way to actually end the race, and we ended up just dodging that idiot.
3rd place, guys. Man, what a shit show. That one guy ended up finishing 9th, the fast dude, but damn. I feel like I was getting what he was doing at the end, finally. I mean, I've been in that position, in real life, where, it's how the hell are you going so fast? I thought there was a limit to this shit. And then it's oh, okay, you're running here. At the end, if you kind of look at my line through 1 and 2, I was kind of figuring it out. It's hard. You got to really commit. You got to be I'm just going to rip it. And through 3 and 4, I'm still how do you get the car to turn? I have never gotten the car to turn like that through 3 and 4. I'm not sure what to tell you guys. I'm going to need more practice at this track, that's for sure. But that was a good race. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed it. Even though it turned into a shit show at the end. It was some good racing. So, appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you learned something, at least. And I think the main thing you can take away from this one is you're not always going to be the fastest. I mean, most of the time you're not. And some guy like that can come in and basically abuse everyone. And you don't try not to get too butthurt about that. Try to learn what he's doing. That's the beauty of racing. If you're watching NBA or whatever, someone's 6'4", you're 5'11", someone's 7 feet, you're 6'4", someone's 6'8", you're 6'3". Their thing isn't going to translate to you. In racing, everyone has a car. And especially on these where it's just digital, all the cars are technically the same with the exception of maybe a little bit of adjustments. So you can literally learn based off of doing someone. If LeBron goes and dunks it, you can't just go and do that, okay? But if this guy goes and rips the center like that, you can really try and learn. And it's, wow, the guy was 2/10 faster than the field. That's a lot. That's a lot. 2/10 faster than the entire field's a lot. So anyways, good race, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll have to get better at Kentucky. But we're going to keep it rolling here on the ZBC channel. Thank you guys. Ciao for now.